Hello. I hope you are having a wonderful day. We're going to start our stretches for our cardio and core workouts. So again, these are before and after your workouts to make sure that we are not injuring ourselves, so we're nice and warmed up and making sure we're nice and good into our recovery mode as well. So we're going to start with standing, good mountain pose to start out with today. So that just means nice and tall, grounding the feet, kind of pulling out from your ankles, out from your hips, pulling that core in nice and tight where we need it, reaching up as tall as we can. And we're going to take our right hand and grab our left wrist and pull it over to the left side. And feel a good stretch here in that side body, down into that hip. Couple breaths there. Bring the arms down, scoop it up again. Nice tall pose, pulling in that core and grabbing that right wrist with that left hand and pulling over to the left side. Waking up that side body. All right, and then go ahead and bring your arms down, nice big circles if you must. And clockwise and counterclockwise, why not? All right, and then we're gonna start with some butt kickers actually to kind of warm up the hips and the front of the quads. So just like it sounds, bringing the heel to your butt, simple thing. Just getting the blood flowing in the legs. Okay, you're gonna spend about 30 seconds there, and then we're gonna come into a marching position. So again, just what it sounds like, just marching. Knees up into the chest, making sure that our torso is not doing this. So it should look nice and still here. And just that bottom half is really moving a whole lot. And then we're gonna go into our heel raises. So really focusing on making sure that we're keeping flexibility in the ankles and in the feet, because that's really important. It is our foundation. So just up on the toes and straight back down, giving it a good warm up. Okay. And then from there, I'm gonna have you standing, and this is to test your balance a little bit. So if you need a wall or furniture to hold on to, please grab onto something. But I want you on one leg, and we're gonna take the other one and give us some big ankle circles, nice and exaggerated. Clockwise and counterclockwise, probably about 10 in each direction. If you want to set a timer, you can do 30 seconds. Just making sure that we're getting it nice and warmed up. Okay, and then switching sides, keeping it slow and controlled. So I don't ever want to see any of this because it just starts flopping around in different directions and you're not getting that full mobility of that circle. Okay. So after we're doing those, get my mind straight over here, we're actually gonna end up doing a little yoga sequence. So if you have yoga blocks or if you feel like you need something that you can't really bend over and you need something, grab some weights or something solid that you can hold on to. I do have yoga blocks, so I am gonna grab those just in case, just to show. I got them right here. Just to get started. Okay, so first thing that we're gonna do is just a nice big forward fold. So we're gonna practice that first. So I want the arms to come out wide, big inhale. We're gonna swan dive forward, hinging from the hips, slight bend in the knee, and coming straight down. So I want to do that again, just so the people who are not used to this sees, I do not want you hunching and rolling down to your toes, okay? I want a slight bend in the knee. You're going to stick your butt back behind you as you come down to reach for your toes, okay? So we're engaging all of these muscles right here, keeping that straight back. And then you just come down, let gravity take over. And good breath. Okay, and then from there, we're gonna inhale and give it a halfway lift. So I'm gonna show you what a halfway lift is. It's basically a deadlift. We're gonna come up halfway, You can bring your hands to your shins or right above your knees, and you're kind of open your chest, so you're almost pushing your hips and your torso away from each other, opening up that chest, looking forward, straight back, and then you're going to drop back down into your forward fold. And then we're going to come up all the way, swoop those arms, strong legs, and back down. Okay? And then once you do that, you're going to kind of bring your hands to your heart center right here. Give it a little squeeze, and then drop those arms. Okay, and then we're going to throw that together in one big breath. So we're going to big inhale. Exhale, drop it forward. Nice strong legs straight back. Inhale to your flat back, remember. Using those legs to come up, pushing and opening up the chest. Straight back down. And big inhale to come up. Same thing, nice strong legs. And exhale it out right there. Okay, we're going to do that one more time, and then we're going to add in a little bit of a lunge and a stretching series with that. So big inhale. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale halfway, looking forward, open up that chest. Exhale, back down, letting the head fall. And inhale, swoop the arms up, gather all that energy, and bring it to the heart center right there. All right, one more. We're gonna do our halfway lift, and then we're gonna plant our hands. So big inhale coming up. Exhale into our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, open up the chest. And then exhale this time, plant your hands on the ground and bring your right leg back and drop that knee to the mat, okay? And then however you need to, you're gonna end up in this position with your toes untucked, a little bit of an angle here in the thigh, so we're giving that hip flexor a stretch right here, as well as that quad, and making sure that this heel is down and that this knee is not past the toes right here, because usually that will make your heel come up and it puts a lot of pressure on your knees, okay? So just bringing that foot out so that that knee and that ankle is nice and aligned. Okay, and then from here we're just gonna spend a couple breaths stretching. You wanna make sure that your bum is tucked underneath you and we're nice and tall here, okay? And you will probably want to lean forward quite a bit. And if this is difficult for you, you can always grab that little yoga block or whatever you need to and use it to kind of stabilize you here as well. Okay. And then from there, if you can, take that back with me. If you can, you're going to lean back and tuck your butt back behind you, so sitting back a little bit. I don't want you to sit down all the way. You're still gonna stay raised, bringing the toes up towards your nose, so flexing that foot, digging that heel in, and you're gonna be stretching the back of that leg. So really on that hamstring, really in that calf muscle. And just nice and relaxed. Again, if you feel like you need something to hold on to or raise you up, it's right there. Okay. And then coming forward, give it another little stretch forward. And then we're gonna come into what we call a downward dog. You're going to tuck your toes in the back, so your right foot. You're gonna come into a full lunge, and then you're gonna push yourself back, bring that left leg to meet the right foot, and then pushing our hips back, kind of in a V position. And if your heels don't touch, that is quite all right. So if you were here, your legs are bent just a little bit, that is quite all right. Ladies who are a little more flexible, you can place your heels down. This is our goal right here. Okay, so once we're there, then we're going to take our right foot and bring that one to our hands. Bring our left knee down to the mat, untuck our toes, and coming again back into our lunge, this time on the other side. Remember to tuck and straighten here. Once you have your 30 seconds there, straightening that leg, slightly sitting back. Again, don't get too comfortable here. I want you nice and tall so you can feel it here and actually pulling all the way up into that hip. And then forward again. And we're gonna do another downward dog. Are you ready for it? So planting those hands, bringing that leg back however you need to get there, and pushing straight back. Big breath here. And then we're just gonna come forward and drop the knees to the floor. And then coming back into our child's pose, where we have our knees separated. And we're gonna sit back onto our heels, really reaching forward as much as you can. And chest and forehead to the floor. Couple deep breaths there, 30 seconds. You're gonna then walk your hands over to the side so you feel a nice little side body stretch on the side. Same thing, just kind of pushing your chest and your head down to the floor. And if it's painful, back off a little bit on the stretch. We just need gentle stretching, nothing that is painful. And then to the other side. Knocking things over. And then from there, we're gonna go ahead and have a seat. And you're gonna take your left leg and put it out in front of you. Take your right leg, cross it over. We're gonna sit nice and tall. Big inhale, and then you're gonna exhale, twist it to the opposite side. And with each inhale, you're gonna grow nice and tall, and with each exhale, you're gonna twist a little bit more. Making sure that the core is also engaged for this as well. And then you just switch sides. Crossing, planting that foot nice and tall. Big inhale, exhale, twist it out. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist it back a little bit more. All right, well, those are all of our stretches for our cardio and core day. Hopefully you were nice and warmed up. And if you have any questions or concerns, or you have anything that's bothering you, please leave me a comment or a message and I will get back to you. Other than that, please enjoy and thank you. Have a wonderful day.